A Time to Kill by John Grisham. A Time to Kill is a legal thriller novel written by John Grisham, first published in 1989. It tells the story of a young lawyer named Jake Brigance who defends a black man named Carl Lee Haley in Mississippi, who has taken the law into his own hands by killing two white men who raped his 10-year-old daughter. Summary: the novel begins with the brutal rape of 10-year-old Tanya Haley, the daughter of a black family living in a small town in Mississippi. Two white men, Billy Ray Cobb and James Lewis Pete Willard, are arrested and charged with the crime. But before they can go to trial, Carl Lee Haley, Tanya's father, takes the law into his own hands and kills both men in broad daylight outside the courthouse. Jake Brigance, a young white lawyer in the town, is appointed to defend Carl Lee. Jake is a skilled lawyer, but he is inexperienced and faces significant challenges in trying to defend Carl Lee in a racially charged environment. Jake's team includes his assistant Ellen Rourke, a law student from Boston, and Harry Rex Bonner, a local lawyer and friend of Jake's. The trial is difficult, with a hostile judge and prosecutor, and Jake struggles to find witnesses who are willing to testify in Carl Lee's defense. But with the help of Ellen and Harry Rex, Jake begins to build a case based on the idea of temporary insanity caused by extreme emotional distress. The defense argues that Carl Lee was driven to kill Cobb and Willard because of his intense love for his daughter and the trauma she experienced. Despite intense pressure and threats from white supremacists in the community, Jake and his team succeed in convincing the jury to acquit Carl Lee. The novel ends with Jake and his team celebrating their victory, but also acknowledging the difficult road ahead for Carl Lee and his family. Important questions and answers. What is the central conflict in A Time to Kill? The central conflict is the trial of Carl Lee Haley, a black man who kills two white men who raped his daughter. The trial takes place in a racially charged environment, with a white judge, prosecutor, and jury, and a black defendant. What is the defense strategy for Carl Lee's trial? The defense argues that Carl Lee was suffering from temporary insanity caused by extreme emotional distress when he killed Cobb and Willard. The defense contends that Carl Lee was motivated by his intense love for his daughter and the trauma she experienced. Who are the key members of Jake Brigance's legal team? Jake Brigance's legal team includes his assistant Ellen Rourke, a law student from Boston, and Harry Rex Bonner, a local lawyer and friend of Jake's. What are some of the challenges that Jake Brigance faces in defending Carl Lee? Jake faces a hostile judge and prosecutor, and struggles to find witnesses who are willing to testify in Carl Lee's defense. He also faces intense pressure and threats from white supremacists in the community. What is the outcome of Carl Lee's trial? Carl Lee is acquitted of all charges, thanks to the successful defense strategy developed by Jake and his team. The novel ends with Jake and his team celebrating their victory, but also acknowledging the difficult road ahead for Carl Lee and his family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Law_with_John V.